Hi, friends.
Welcome to You, Me, and Them with your hosts,
Jasmine
and Vivian.
We're your bi-weekly podcast diving into the complexities of romance, relationships, and reality.
Get ready to challenge norms,
explore new perspectives,
and embrace the many curveballs life throws at us.
Can we just vibe? Can we just all the time?
Hey everybody, welcome back to You, Me, and Them. It's your host, Jasmine, and
I'm Vivian.
And we are here today to continue our conversation surrounding supporting your partner. But today we're going to be talking about aspirations.
For us, aspirations are a really big thing in our relationship, and we spend a lot of time talking about how we can accomplish them, how we can support each other, and make sure we're doing the best that we can by each other to make sure we're pushing ourselves to reach our goals. And for us, supporting your partner is so huge. And one thing that we decided to do last year and going into this year was to write out all of our goals, both individual and shared, that we wanted to accomplish. And today we wanted to share and celebrate one of those goals with you. And that goal was to launch this podcast. You want to show them the champagne bottle?
Ta-da! Oh, there we go.
There we go. And you see my beautiful handiwork
artwork?
Here?
No, literally.
Yeah.
She drew such cute little pictures on all of our little champagne bottles.
Pictures are extra encouragement, you know? So it's an important thing. But yeah, we got this idea from some social media influencer. I think they used the little bottles, but we decided when we celebrate our wins, we want to celebrate them. So
go big
get the big
or go home.
Go big or go home. Let's go ahead and pop this and celebrate. What do you think?
I'm so ready.
All right, let's do it. And while we're at it, you want to show off our cute little flutes?
Yes, actually. Okay, so I really got into thrifting and like old people shit. And was this
crazy.
when we were in Linden? Or where were we at?
I'm not really sure.
Anyways, we
Please
stopped.
Don't explode.
I'm nervous. I'm gonna jump. Oh, I did. It's fine. They're
You almost broke the
Anyways, we saw these and they were just too cute to pass up, and they're real crystal. So we got 2 of them, and we decided that we were gonna make these our like specific, like special occasion celebration champagne flutes. So perfect occasion to bust them out. This is actually our first time using them.
First time is with you guys.
Yeah. Okay, so ready?
And if you guys were here, we would be pouring you up a glass too. Don't worry.
If you told me yesterday that I would be drinking today, I would be calling you a liar.
These are really cute. I'm low-key concerned about how I'm going to drink out of it though. Like, the mouth is so small.
You just gotta be very, very like dainty.
I have
and
a big face.
put the pinky up. Do the like tiniest little.
No, I have a big
lips.
face. Like, it doesn't work like that for me.
I think you'll be fine, baby. Oh. Whoa.
So if we end up a little tipsy by the end of this episode, please don't judge us.
Or do.
You want more?
Yeah. The hell?
Okay.
Fill me up.
Okay, goddamn, you little lush.
Top me off. Are we trading?
Yeah.
Is this my glass now?
Is that topped off enough for you?
Yeah, this will be good.
Okay. All right. You want this one, huh?
No. This way.
All right. So shall we cheers and get this show on the road?
Let's do it.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers to you. It's actually not as awkward to drink out of that as I thought it would be.
No, super cute and super tasty. It
Super
actually
tasty.
makes the champagne taste better. Because it's in these really cute little flutes.
Exactly.
I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's really cute like floral details. I'll try to give you guys a close-up some other time.
And lipstick.
In lipstick. It's truly custom now.
Yeah, I'm supposed to kiss her all the time with that on. Anyways, we love a good callback. But yeah, so since we're talking about it, let's talk about how important it is to support your partner in both shared and individual goals.
Yeah. Again, with this relationship, there's so many firsts and new like dynamics for me that like it's been really, really fun to experience and like learn. And you from day one have been so supportive of everything, you know, like I had this baby dream to do makeup and be like a makeup artist. And I thought I was doing something on my own and having fun and like doing my friends' makeup here and there and doing my own. And I really like avant-garde creative stuff. So I was like, let me just play with my face a little bit. And you heard this and you again supported me from day one, helping me edit my little videos, all of this. But you took that, you like stored it away, and you then proceeded to like put together this entire makeup kit for me. You got me a neon light with my makeup name on it, all of this stuff. Like, it was like a full send, and it was something that like really showed how much you believed in that, and how much you believe in me in that. And I think at that time, like realistically, the way that you were showing up for me and supporting me in that, you believed in me more than I did. Because I don't even think I was ready to, like, I wasn't financially ready to buy a makeup kit. Like, that's first and foremost. But I really just don't think I was really ready to, like, have someone support me like that and see me like that, you know?
Yeah.
And so from day one, and now here we are, like 2.5 years later, you're still 100%, like, always pushing me, my biggest like supporter. Yeah,
I think I've been lucky to be with a person like you. So it's like I think the thing about us as humans is we don't see ourselves the way that other people do. We're very hard on ourselves most of the time. But you're so talented, and I don't think you give yourself enough credit for your own creativity and like the way your mind works and stuff like that. So it's definitely one of those things where I wanted to like foster that in you. Yeah. And I'm not the only one. You know, I happened to be planning to get her a makeup kit for her birthday. Yeah. And two of her best friends got her a kit as well. Yes. So that was really interesting. So now she has the full, everything that she needs. Literally. She has. Literally. But, you know, it's just a testament to who you are. You know, you have people around you who see you and believe you, and I'm just grateful to be another one of those people. Yeah. You know, but it's never been a question for me about if I was going to support you or not, you know, because no, for sure. What you do, I fully believe in, whether it's that or anything else, you know. I think you're so capable. Yeah, it's been incredible to like have your support. And I have grown. I've truly grown as an artist, and I don't think that I would have if it weren't for you and my friends. Yeah, you guys are amazing. Yeah. Yeah. The thing that we really have to focus hard on is how we support each other and our shared goals while also supporting each other in our individual goals. Okay, where do you want to start with that? Well, for me, I could just speak for myself. Like, it's been a little bit hard for me because I'm all in on Jasmine, right? Anything that she wants to do, I'm bought in. I'm #1 fan. We're going for it, and I'm going to push you to be everything that you want to be. Yeah. But sometimes that does hinder my own individual goals. So I have a harder time balancing that, I think, because, you know, I have things that I want to do with sewing and designing. I have things that I want to do as a producer and just as an entrepreneur. Like, I always have a million ideas in my head. But it is nice because it does slow me down a little bit when I can't just be like, oh, I have an idea, let me go and do that like I normally do. So yeah, I think the biggest thing for me has been like learning how to balance that, and I'm still learning every day and trying to adjust to be better at that, so I don't feel so much like, damn, I haven't done anything towards what I want to do. That is true. Yeah. And I always try to, like, I don't know, like you were just saying about myself with being like so hard on myself and being like your toughest critic, you know, I do feel like you can sometimes like beat yourself up over that. And again, you're not giving yourself enough credit. You know, you have this idea of where you feel like you need to be today. And because you feel like you can't like do that today, then you're just maybe feel like maybe a little bit like defeated, or maybe I won't tackle that today and I'll save that for tomorrow. Yeah. And then it goes into the next day. Yeah. You know? Yeah. But one of the best things that I feel like when it comes to that, one of the best things I feel like has worked for us is having the shared studio space. Yep. Because one, you know, we have internet here, we have Wi-Fi here, so we can be working, shouts out to that. But like we can be working individually on things that don't even have to do with makeup or sewing, you know, but still be in the same space together. And like that's nice too. We can
we work well together individually as well, if that makes sense, I hope. But yeah, like there will be days where we're here for 3 or 4 hours and we're not even really talking to each other because I'm doing content or doing my makeup, and you're over here cutting and sewing, and you know, we have maybe like an audiobook going in the background or something. But yeah, I think that's a great way that we are able to support like our separate goals and aspirations, you know, while also still being able to like spend some time together too.
Yeah.
Because I think often we get worried about not having time together as well, or just, you know, because we both have so much going on between, you know, work and the different endeavors. It's like, yeah, we do live with each other and we see each other daily, but how much time are we actually really spending with each other and like reconnecting and stuff like that? So it's a nice way for us, I feel like, to balance that.
Yeah, it definitely is, and it helps being in that shared space. It's like last night, for instance, I was sitting on the couch just because like I know I needed to work on my craft. So I'm sitting on the couch and I'm learning something new. So I just spent my evening doing that instead of going to the studio because Jasmine wasn't going to be there, but I didn't want to lose the chance to spend that time with her. So, you know, being able to like find those little ways of like having time together and doing things together, whether it's you working here, me working here, it really does make a difference because otherwise, you know, there are times where I'm coming home 10, 11, 12 at night after sewing and, you know, she's already asleep, or we're both just getting right into bed and going to sleep, and we're not spending any time together that day, especially if I've worked. You know, I'm commuting from the office to the studio and then working here for hours and then going home and going to bed, getting up, doing it all over again. Yeah. It can definitely be a whirlwind.
It's like, there's like some times where during the week I don't see you until like you leave the house at 7 and I'm not seeing you again until like after 10 sometimes, or like 10:30. Yeah.
Those are rough ones.
Yeah.
And try not to do too many of those back to back.
Right. And it's funny because sometimes you'll like call me throughout the day on those like longer days. And sometimes it's like I might be like doing something and I'm just kind of like, you know, not right now. And I'm like, you know what? No, I'm going to answer this call because I know I won't be seeing her for a little while, or like I haven't seen her all day. And it's just nice to hear from you, even when I can't necessarily like see you.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. So like, in that, how do you see like encouragement playing a role in our relationship?
Ooh. So when I was like thinking about this, kind of a couple of things came to mind. And there's like a difference between encouragement and then also like having a sense of control. But like, and I don't necessarily mean, you know, like being controlling about it, but just, you know, sometimes in certain partnerships, there's always someone that feels like maybe they know better or they know best. And that could be the case. You might know more about this, but also it could be nice to let that partner like figure some things out for themselves, or not necessarily like let them fail, but like there's certain things that when you are like wanting to build something on your own, like let me fail at it in a sense.
Yep.
And
100%.
I've seen sometimes things will play out where a partner will have an idea or a vision and their partner is supporting them, but it ends up morphing into something else.
Yep.
Or you know, somehow the partner is now way more involved than you thought they were going to be. And that can be like, that's a really tough line because you know that your partner probably has your best interests. You know, they're not trying to necessarily like step on it, but then also how do you approach that and like still protect the relationship, and like how do you grow from that or like move on from that?
100%.
Luckily I've not felt that with you. Just so we're clear. But yeah, so that was one thing. And then another one is the like false or fake encouragement. Your partner's low-key a hater. You know?
Your biggest hater.
Yeah. Or just like, you know, yeah, babe, that sounds like a great idea, but do you really think it's something that you can do? Or do you think you have the time? Like, you know, it's just like, it's that it's a sandwich of like compliments with doubt But you know what? I think it's just
You got it.
Yeah, it's just
now that I've breeded some insecurity in you.
Yeah, yes. And then also it'll then becomes like maybe pulling teeth when it does come to like support, or okay, I'm now pushing art. I'm a painter and I'm going to a vendor market and I need help setting up my stall, okay? You, my partner, I want you to do this. That would be a great chance, great exposure. However, I'm going to be busy and I can't help you set up. I also won't even be able to stop by at all. And also pick up and cleaning up, I won't be there either.
Yeah.
But you know what, babe? I'm so proud of you and good job.
No, and I think that's a big one. I spend a lot of time doing a lot of different things. And some people follow me and they know that I have an undying gratitude for how this woman shows up for me and encourages me and all the things that I do. If I walk in a place without Jasmine with me, they don't care about me.
Nope.
Nobody cares if I'm there. They just want to see her. They just want to see my little helper, okay?
They think something's wrong at home. You guys okay?
Are you guys breaking up?
Where's Jasmine?
But no, I mean, for instance, I hosted a basketball classic and, putting on that event, it was kind of chaotic, whatever, but Jasmine shows up, she's asking me what I need, never complains, nothing, Something comes up, she'll just step in and say, oh, I can do that, instead of me having to feel like I have to delegate or whatever.
Yeah.
And, she's just showing up to be a part of this event, to be there and enjoy it. But instead, she always finds a way to show up and support and encourage me to you got this, you can get through it, we'll make it work, whatever, And
don't get me wrong, I still had so much fun. I think I kept saying that too. I was like, this is so fun. This is so cute. But it doesn't even feel like I'm working, if that makes sense, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. But on that same hand, I think encouragement can be good, but it can also be bad, because a lot of the times when you love and care about somebody, you have their best interest at heart and in your mind, And sorry, excuse me.
The champagne
is bubbles.
Yeah, okay.
The bubbles is bubbling.
I keep getting little burpees here and there too, and it's definitely the bubbles.
You need to drink a little more.
I'm sorry. You know I'm a...
No, you're right. I don't need you throwing up again.
No, literally.
But yeah, I think there's good and there's bad with it, and when you have somebody's best interests in mind, it becomes really easy to want something maybe more than they do. Right? And it's oh, I know you want to do this. I know how you can get there. Steps A through Z. Let me show you how. Okay, you got to do it now, and then this time, and then this time. And you're kind of pushing them, but maybe too much. Yeah. Right? And being pushed too hard can really be a negative thing sometimes,
For
you
sure.
know? And it's there are times where, you're coming into your entrepreneurship, you're a blossoming entrepreneur, and I love to see it, but there are times where I'm do I want to say something about this timeline, or what's the latest update on this, or do I want to step back, let her find her flow and make the mistakes, or be successful on her own, because at the end of the day I never want to push too hard, and be all right, you got to do this, you got to go after, you got to X, Y, and Z, and it's everybody gets there at their own time. I'm just happy to be there and provide support and encouragement and advice when you ask me for it.
Yeah.
Right? Encouragement is always there, but the pushing and all that kind of stuff, if you're ever hey, I need support, can you help me get to this? Yes, absolutely, no question. It's almost the same thing if you were I want to stop drinking, or I want to stop smoking. And then it's
I'm falling off.
Why are you drinking?
I'm falling off the wagon.
Why are you drinking? And I'm always in your face, because these aren't easy things to do.
Right.
And someone constantly reminding you of your failures can seem like it's encouraging coming from them, but for you it can seem like you're a failure.
Yeah.
I'm not doing well.
Yeah.
I'm having to be pushed harder. I'm having to be reminded of how much I'm fucking up.
That's so real.
Yeah. So I think encouragement can be great, but I think it can also at times be too much.
Yeah. Because there's a level of accountability that comes with it too, and sometimes people have a hard time with that aspect, Yeah.
Yeah, For sure.
It's me. I'm people. Sometimes, yeah. Like, you know what? Just mind your business. So yeah, overall, I do feel like encouragement in a relationship and with your partner is, of course, absolutely important. But there's finding that good balance and also just learning and knowing your like partner's communication styles as well.
Huge.
Because you could be encouraging me and I could take it the wrong way.
Yep.
Or, you know, I'm just, wow, baby, you're riding me kind of hard. And really, you're like, wow, I was just really excited to breathe some life in you today. I'm so sorry.
100%.
Yeah, but I think now we can move on. Next topic, we'll be talking about celebrating your successes.
Like we're doing today.
And also cutting your losses when it's time to move on, pivot.
You gotta know when to fold 'em. I don't know how that song goes.
I think know when to hold them.
Okay.
Know when to fold them.
Yeah.
Know when to walk away. Know when to run.
Oh, you know way more than that than I do.
Yeah, you never count your money.
Okay.
When you're sitting at, I'm moving too much. Okay,
yeah,
sorry.
Relax, girl. Let me get
It's fine. Look, it's fine. It wasn't gonna overflow at all.
She is so fucking extra. Anyways, celebrating your successes. Cheers again.
And cutting your losses.
And cutting your losses. Ooh, cutting your losses. You know, we talk about encouragement. Do you ever encourage your partner
to give up?
Give it up. Let it go. You know, when I think back to that cliche of like, you know, the boyfriend who's trying to make it as a rapper type shit.
Yeah.
When do you say, hey, dude, like, you're not it. Your shit's not hitting. You know? Is there ever a time?
You know, I feel like...
Is that your decision to make?
That valid. So valid. Because at the end of the day, you should always have autonomy over your own life and body and choices and decisions.
Facts.
Like, absolutely. But of course, your partner's input, and if you're sharing a life with this person, their input does matter. And I just think it comes to a point of like, okay, it's going to put us in a financial pit, because then I feel like we definitely should both be making this kind of like call or decision.
Yep.
But I think, like, for example, one of my crazy aspirations, which I'm only semi-serious about, is going to the Olympics in 2028. And
these are the times where I get embarrassed.
Because listen, I know it's delusional. I know I'm Delulu. However, there are some sports that I see in these Summer Olympics that I'm like, you cannot tell me that. Like, I'm athletic. I'm decently athletic. Okay? I think I could absolutely excel in something. It's just about figuring out which sport it is, which one's going to carry me, and I'm going to get at least a bronze. Okay?
But here's the thing. She's so goddamn stubborn that she could literally be one of those shooters. You know? And she's like, I don't want to do that. What? Something you're already good at? Oh, okay. My bad.
It's not that. I mean, that's fine. I guess I'll try. Because at this point, I just have to figure out what I'm going to be good at anyways, you know? So I can start with shooting. But I just want it to be something like so just like, I'm somehow going to be the next best like pickleballer, or like ping ponger, curler, something. I don't know. I'm going to figure it out. But anyways, it's one of those things where like it's a little far out there.
Only a little.
It's a little far out there. But if I was 100% serious and I said, hey babe, I'm thinking about hiring a trainer. I'm taking lessons. I really want to pursue this. Give me a year and then I'll like reevaluate, or you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Is it like one of those kinds of things where it's like, if I'm given a timeline and I'm really working hard on it and dedicating myself to it, different than just straight up being like, come on, babe, just don't even start.
I will say this. I think having a realistic timeline matters. But I will also say, this is where, again, we go back to finances and having that communication, because as a former professional athlete, small flex, you know, trainers are expensive. Like things like, in like that kind of equipment and like when you're using things so much, you have to buy a lot more of it because they get worn down so fast. So, you know, part of that is like, how are you communicating with your partner and saying like, yes, we have a timeline, but you know, how is this going to stop us from any of the financial goals that we might have looking into the future, right? Whether it's buying a house, starting a business together, getting a new car, paying off all our debt, or whatever it might be, right?
But
those things can be a hindrance.
Once you have an Olympic level athlete of a partner, the money's going to be rolling in. All of these things are going to be taken care of. You see? It's a trade.
You think that's how it works? Did you know that Olympic athletes don't get paid?
Listen.
They don't.
The type of Olympic athlete...
They don't get paid.
The type of Olympic athlete that I'm going to be, I'm getting paid.
Period. Endorsements out the
You
ass,
see
baby.
me? Okay. No, but no, you're not wrong. I get it. And I think it's one of those things where if it's going to be another like financial commitment, then I would obviously have to reevaluate. So I'm probably not going to be eating out as often, or I'm going to have to cut back on my shopping and makeup expenses. Cutting corners elsewhere to make this work so that we're not really feeling it too much in the pockets. I would hate to end up putting us in a financial pit because I have some silly little dream.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Never mind. I was going to reference a true crime thing again, and I just...
I will say, though, like, I do believe that, like, dreams matter. Like, we have... Like, life is so hard, and we have to be so serious and so about, you know, paying the bills and doing this and doing that. Like, as humans, as individuals, we should be able to, like, exercise our free will and, like, say, I want to go and do this. You know, so if it is, it's not a silly little dream if it's something you really want to accomplish. I mean, we talk about the cyclist who, I think she got a bronze medal. And she had never competed in an Olympics, and she had only started competing 3 years before.
See, that's me.
You know what I'm saying? And
that's me.
And I think, like, with the right kind of encouragement and all that kind of stuff, it is really, like, any dream can be realized. If you have the right support behind you, you have the right path to success and all that kind of stuff, but you gotta want it.
You don't think I want it? You see the side eye here? She doesn't think I want it. I think what I really need to do, though, for real, is, like, I need to actually realistically look at the full list of summer sports, Olympic sports, pick 10, and then...
Pick 10?
No, listen. Give me a second. Pick 10, and then spend, like, a couple weeks taking a couple, like, beginners courses, classes, seeing which ones I do all right in, and then from there being like, okay, these are my top 3.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys just wait. Just wait. Pie will be on your face when I'm up there with Cindy McLaughlin because I'm suddenly a hurdler.
Cindy.
What's her name?
Sydney.
Sydney. she knows I got love for her. She knows I got love for her.
Cindy McLaughlin, we're coming for you, girl. Fucking screaming. I can't. Okay, cool. So, yeah, your Olympic dream is well on its way. Glad to hear it. We're going for gold or something.
Bronze at minimum.
Participation trophy, maybe.
You know what?
We'll take it.
If I get an invite, that's all. Like, let me at least get to qualifying.
I just want to be able to go home with one of those Olympic Village condoms. That's all.
Excuse me? I don't know anything about this.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh, like, the Olympic athletes have so much sex in the Olympic Village, they literally ship condoms. Lots and lots of condoms. Look it up. I don't know the number off the top of my head, but it's a lot of fucking condoms.
Like, how...
I just want to be able to say, like, I got condoms from the Olympic Village. I don't need to use them. I just want to say I got them.
How fun would it be to have, like, a one-night stand in the Olympic Village and then just suddenly be, like, have this baby that has 2 Olympic athlete parents. I know this is a thing that happens.
I'm like, this is a real thing.
I know this happens, but not like that. Not like a one night stand at the Olympics where it's like, oh shoot, this track star from Ghana, he was just so irresistible, and I laid up with him, and suddenly I have this beautiful baby. The reason why Ghana came up was because I was listening to a true crime story, and somebody's partner was from Ghana just recently. So there's that.
True crime mentioned. Everybody drink. This is going to become a drinking game, I think. Somebody getting killed by their spouse or something like that.
Right. I'm going to mention a serial killer at some point.
At some point, every episode. I don't know how. We're talking about fucking support your partner's aspirations. Yeah, and then, he slit her throat in her sleep.
Well, no, actually, so what I was going to say earlier was there was this man and this woman who, he had all the money and he really wanted to pour into her dreams and aspirations.
Of course.
She wanted to own an equestrian ranch.
Okay.
Which, if you guys don't know, like, there's not a lot of money in that. It's really expensive to maintain and you don't get a lot back. Anyways, it was becoming a money pit, and at some point down the road, she ended up killing him. Yeah.
Because she wanted to keep her
I don't think
horses,
it was. I think it was just like a life insurance kind of thing in general.
Let me get that money.
Like, yeah, she was just trying to cut her losses, and there was a little bit of like an age difference there, but yeah, not crazy. He loved her too. It was really sad.
Depressing. Anyways, how do you know when it's time to cut your losses? Like, you can, like, for instance, with your Olympic dream, you can put a timeline on and be like, I'm going to go hard at this for a year. If it doesn't really pan out or nothing's coming from it, I'm going to stop. But a year comes around, you're still going to feel that fire. You're still going to have that dream and that desire. How do you, like, know when it's time to cut your losses for real? And how do you do that? Okay,
so believe it or not, and there are people out here who aren't like this, but, like, I'm a pretty reasonable person. And I'm generally going to, like, understand and know, like, okay, I didn't make it, or, like, I'm not showing up how I thought I would be at this point, Yep. And I actually really do appreciate having those kinds of, like, conversations, because one, it's also validating for me, like, okay, I'm not crazy, right? Like, I'm actually not doing well, right? Like, everybody sees this.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think it's just a matter of, like, being really real and honest with yourself, because if you're going to give yourself this timeline anyways, you really, really better be serious about it. And again, if at the end of that year there's not that pot of gold, then I can either step back and, like, if it's something that I enjoyed doing, even though I might not necessarily be amazing at it, maybe it's something that I can still do just, like, for fun here and there, so I don't have to give it up completely. But I'm not going to be a psycho try to be on, like, a professional athletic level, Yeah. I think it's sad because you then might, be down on yourself thinking, like, oh, I'm a failure. But also you've given yourself a short amount of time to, like, prove yourself in a certain way.
Yeah.
Be nice, be kind to yourself.
Yeah. I think, while you are reasonable, I think I might be unreasonable. And I think I'm unreasonable in the unexpected way. Like, for instance, with fashion and designing and selling. Don't get me wrong, I think I'm very talented, and I think I've learned a lot and improved a lot in the 2 years that I've been doing this. But one of the things is that I need a lot of encouragement in that, because one, it's very saturated. And two, to do what I want to do specifically, it takes a lot of work. And I constantly wonder, do I have the time? Do I have the energy? Do I have the creative mind? Do I have all of the tools that I need to be as successful as I would need to be for this to be a thing, So it's like, sometimes you cut your losses too early too. And that's not saying that I am, but, I think you do a good job of encouraging me and reminding me on the days where it's hard and I'm doubting myself, like, hey, like, you're good, like, there's no reason to rush this, and you're constantly reminding me that, like, I got this, I'm good at what I do. My work is valuable, and the way that my mind works is good, and I'm creative, and people want the things that I make. And I think that that's been really helpful too for somebody like me who I really overthink a lot of things, and that can cause me to be like, okay, I need to walk away from this.
Well, and sometimes it can be frustrating too, because, like, as your partner or just in general in a relationship, there's always that narrative of, oh, well, you have to say that, or, you have to be supportive. You have to say you like this.
Of course you like it. You're my partner.
Yeah. And the one thing, though, I feel like about both of us is that we don't always do that. There are definitely times when I feel like we both know that there are some things that we like want to hear in that moment, you know what I mean? But I do also feel like we can be generally like honest with each other about like, oh, I hate those pants, or like, you know, I'm referring, there's a specific pair of pants that I wear that Vivian cannot stand.
Hate. They're not pants, they're knickerbockers.
They're actual knickerbockers.
They're so ugly. To me, only apparently. Everyone else likes them, I guess.
But just like, it's just, sometimes it can be frustrating because I can tell you something and you're just like, whatever, you're my girlfriend, you have to say that. And somebody else will come and say literally word for word, bar for bar, the same thing. And suddenly she's lit up and it feels different, or, you know, it somehow ignited her differently. And it's like, bitch, I just fucking said that. I literally just said that.
I can't explain it, but it's like, you do the same thing with makeup though, right? Like I'll be like, oh, this looks so good, babe, and you'll be like, really? And then somebody else is like, oh my god, I love that look you did, and she'll be like, oh my god, thank you, you know? I don't know.
Okay, I get it. Like, because I'm not a sewer?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I think it's just because like when you love and care about somebody, you don't just see like what they've created. You don't just see the end result. You see all the work that went into it.
Yeah.
You know, all the effort, how much they love it. And you're just like, oh, God, this was so good. You put everything into this. And, you know, I think that definitely makes a difference. It's like if your mom tells you, like, oh, you're the most handsome boy in the world. You're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. And it's like, you're lying.
Literally.
But you just love me so fucking much. I'll take it. All right? Like, you know?
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, and I, like, the only reason why I brought up, like, oh, is it because I'm not a sewer, is because it's like, you know, I do look at things with a different eye than you do.
Yeah.
You know, like, you're going to be focusing on how the seams are uneven or something, you know, or like, oh, this is puckering weird, like, I don't know. And same with me in like makeup. It's like, you know, you could look at it and I'm like, okay, yeah, but like, you don't see that these under eyes are creasing, or that like this blending is not like right here. You're telling me this is great. Like, so, you know, we do look at things with different eyes, and that's also, I feel like another thing. Yeah.
But that has helped me a lot. I am a huge, like, I'm a perfectionist.
Almost to a fault.
Not almost. I'm a perfectionist to a fault.
Period.
And, you know, there's a reason why I'm not doing more with what I'm doing, because, like, things have to be just right. Mm-hmm. But for me, as someone who's doing the cutting, the sewing, you know, all the manufacturing by myself, it really has, like, kind of eased my anxiety a little bit about making things, because the things that I have noticed, you're not noticing. And to me, that's just like, okay, a normal person who's just like interested in good quality clothes is not going to look and say like, oh, this seam is kind of crooked for these 2 inches or whatever, you know, like, you're not looking at that and analyzing that. Mm-hmm. And even though I'm looking at that and I have a really high standard for the quality of work that I do, it has helped me to like relax a little bit and not be so high strung.
But it's so funny because like every time I put, like, if I get a new shirt or pants or something, she's like, let me look at that. I can make those. I could have made these. I can put this together.
But I can. I can. With better material, better fabric, better seam finishes.
Probably going to fit me better too.
More durable.
What else? What's next?
It's just fucking better.
Period.
Be better. That's it. Mm-hmm. Anyways, that's our episode. Have a good fucking night. No, I'm just kidding.
Bye, guys.
I'm a little tipsy.
Yeah, you're doing. Wow.
I know.
Don't look at me.
This is
guys.
why I don't drink, because if I have a drink in my hand, I'm drinking.
Yeah, she can drink like it's water. Anyways, we are going to wrap things up here. But before we do, I think we should shout out Anna.
100%.
Like, hello, look at this dope-ass sweatsuit Bae's got on.
The brand I'm wearing today is Healthy Human. It's launching soon. Probably by the time you listen to this, it'll already be launched. It's made by an entrepreneur, a local entrepreneur and fitness trainer, Anna, here in Seattle. So if you're looking to get fit, or if you just want to buy a nice fit, check out Anna. We'll make sure to link her shit on the description. Healthy human.
It's so fire. The quality is nice. It's
oh my god,
so
it feels
soft.
amazing.
It's so soft.
It feels amazing.
And I can't wait for the rest of it to drop because I got to see a little sneaky peek of the whole line.
Because she did the makeup.
All so cute. I did the makeup.
She did that.
I did a great job
She
too.
did that.
I really did. This one I will give myself a lot of credit on because I really ate. I ate that day. Anyways, thanks, Anna.
Yeah, thank you, Anna.
I can't wait to cop. I told her earlier, I was like, I'm actually probably going to buy one of everything. She goes, one of everything? But like literally, I might. I just might.
We just might. Because that's love. But anyways, yeah. So shout out to Anna and shout out to you guys for joining us today on episode 2.
And shout out to us for launching.
Let's go. YMT.
YMT. YMT. YMT.
Okay, anyways. So
I'm getting a little tipsy too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
We're not doing this again.
This is kind of messy. But anyways,
First and last time y'all gonna see us like this. Maybe, no promises. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us on episode 2 of You, Me, and Them, supporting your partner and their aspirations. We'll see you next time when we talk about grief.
Jasmine. Oh my fucking god. Alright, y'all.
That has to stay in.
It's a thing. Alright, y'all. Thank you guys. We appreciate you being here, listening. Make sure you check us out everywhere you can.
Love you. Bye.
You're so crazy. Grief. Thank you for joining us on another episode of You, Me, and Them.
We appreciate you being here. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
And don't forget to subscribe wherever you watch and listen.
See you next time.